Good morning, Salt Lake City.
It's time for us to go on an adventure. Are you so ready?
I guess so.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so the first stop on our agenda is not Hobo Park, because this park is where all the homeless people hang out. It's not there.
Big cities sketch me out, guys.
That's why big cities sketch you out.
There's so many homeless people and they kind of scare me, and maybe that's rude and prejudice of me, but
I mean, you never know what you're getting into with homeless people in Utah, because they've done like several news segments on like homeless people in Utah are fake.
yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
Where people just stand on the corner and make a ton of money
And
and
ask
then
for
go
money.
home to their nice houses.
Yeah,
It's true.
because people in Utah are so nice that
They prey on the Mormons.
they prey on the Mormons. So our first stop of the day is a cookie place.
I thought we were going somewhere else.
No, cookie place is first.
Oh.
We're going to a cookie place named Ruby Snap. Ruby Snap cookies.
Cookies for breakfast!
Yes, cookies for breakfast.
I'm sure you watching me scratch
So,
my eyelid. That was
that
probably
was-
really
it's-
attractive.
It's great. So Ruby Snap Cookies is a local cookie bakery here, and they let you sample each of their cookies, and they give you a freaking half of a cookie to sample every time. And it's delicious. And so you fill up on all the samples, and then you only buy like 1 or 2 cookies. It's great. It's wonderful. I really enjoy
I've never
it.
been.
It's amazing. I love it. So that's where we're gonna go first. Here we go. Oh, the cookies. Look at them. They're so good.
So, Derek and I both got, I don't remember what they're called,
Lucy's.
Lucy's, which are these cool ones with the powdered sugar and the like lime curd and like a cheesecake filling.
Yeah.
And then Derek, what was this one you got here?
That one's called the Lola, and it's just like a lemon cookie, and it's so good.
It's made with like a lemon curd and has a zesty topping. Hold on, I'm putting my seatbelt on.
And it
It's really
has like,
difficult.
it has like some sort of like, they make it with some sort of like cream in the dough. So it's like
Something with a P. It said like panetta,
Panella?
panella, something.
something.
And then I got this one. It's called the Viviana, and it's mango and chocolate chip.
Was it delicious?
It's really good. It was not too chocolatey, because I tried the like chocolate caramel one, and it was really good. It was really chocolatey for the first thing in the morning. So I like kind of the tart, fruity ones.
The tart fruity.
Which maybe it's not just early morning, maybe it's just this pregnancy, because that's kind of how I've been the whole pregnancy.
You've been craving so much fresh stuff.
I want-
Crunchy lettuce and
I want
fruit.
Crunchy lettuce, fruit, and like average pregnant lady, like pickles. Like I want crunchy things and like acidic things.
Yeah.
So like oranges and pickles, and
We're out of pickles. We gotta get more.
Derek ate the last of our pickles.
I ate the pregnant lady's food. Oh no.
That's okay. Sometimes he drinks my orange juice too.
I
What
do.
can you do?
I do.
What can you do?
Okay, next stop is breakfast, actually. So,
Oh, we're not having cookies for breakfast.
we're not having cookies for breakfast. Holla! So we're gonna go to a place called the Original Pancake House.
Oh.
Do you remember me talking about that?
No.
So, they give you massive pancakes, just to let you know.
When
But
you-
it's delicious, and I love it there.
When he was telling me yesterday what we were gonna do today, well, first of all, I'm really good at guessing things. So I was like, are we guessing what we're doing? I always ask him that when he says he's taking me on a surprise. I say, are we guessing? And I said, I'm guessing you're taking me to see Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
She is.
Yep.
Because he told me, he said, I have tomorrow planned until like 4 o'clock, and it was a very specific time. So I was like, we must be going to see a movie. And what other movie would we see but Beauty and the Beast? Because if he were taking me to like a museum or like, I don't know, a national park or like something else, you can't like time those things, you know, and say, oh, we'll be done exactly at this time, unless that's like when it closes, I guess.
True.
So I was like, that's a very specific time. So I feel like it's a movie, so it must be Beauty and the Beast. And he was like, but we're doing 2 other things. I'm taking you places you've never been. And I was like, Ruby Snap? And he was like, yes! But then I couldn't guess the other one. He was like, I've only talked to you about it like 1 time. So there you go.
The original Pancake House.
I didn't know. I didn't even know. Here we go.
Look at that Dutch baby. Is it massive?
Yes.
I got this apple pancake thing.
The size of a dinner plate, literally.
This food is huge, y'all. But here we are, the original Pancake House. It always seems that when we come to this AMC theater that we miscalculate how much time it takes to get here. Because the first time we came here, we were like an hour early. So we went to that weird fabric store that's like over there.
And wandered around and catched Pokemons for like an hour.
And wandered around and played Pokemon Go for like an hour. And this time, we're 45 minutes early. There's just not much we can do about that. So we're just gonna kind of hang out in the car and wait until our movie starts. Okay?
Okay.
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 Later.
Now comes the portion of our program today where we have a vacation from our vacation and we take a nap.
Also, I just want you to know, I was thinking about it, and I was Snapchatting Alicia is what happened. And she asked what we'd been doing, and I was telling her all the things we'd done, and I was like, we went to Cheesecake Factory, and we spent the night in a hotel, and then we went to Ruby Snap Cookies, and then we went to the original Pancake House, and then we saw Beauty and the Beast, and I was like, clearly, our lives mostly revolve around food.
I mean, absolutely. Also, there's nothing else to do in Utah that is like
That a
not
pregnant
nature.
lady can do right now.
That's not
okay?
nature.
Ain't nobody pregnant with twins hiking Delicate Arch this weekend.
It's either museums or food places. So that's what we did.
All the cool museums.
Yeah, we've been to the aquarium. I mean, we haven't been since they added that like Asia exhibit.
Might
but
be cool. And they have big cats.
They have big cats now. The zoo we've done, and it's not that great.
Yeah, I feel like it's way smaller than when we were kids.
Yeah, they don't even have hippos anymore.
Right? Or the prairie dogs.
Or the prairie
That
dogs.
was my favorite part. Like, of all the lame things to have at a zoo, but like the prairie dogs are my
With the
favorite.
bubbles that you could go up
Because
in the
they
bubbles.
have the little windows. Yeah, that
Yep.
you could go up and be a prairie dog. Absolutely.
Yep. Anyway, so now comes community nap hour. Sorry, did I fall asleep? What? It's time. So, Lizel's dad and mom are coming over for dinner tonight. We got Papa Murphy's pizzas. They're delicious. So, Lizel's dad can help me move furniture. We're starting to get that nursery all set up. That's your goal for this week, right? Is to kind of work on that?
Mm-hmm. As much as I can.
Yeah. Okay.
At least get my stuff all out of there.
I see. And that's a start. So,
We didn't tell the people what we thought of Beauty and the Beast.
oh yeah, Beauty and the Beast. That's what the movie we went and saw. And I liked it.
I liked it more than I thought I would. I was concerned. I was afraid.
Yeah.
It's pretty auto-tuned.
Yeah. I mean, auto-tune singing, but if you can get past that. My biggest critique is that if they didn't have the cartoon already made, I would have liked it a lot better than I did.
'Cause
But
of
I just
course,
have the cartoon
Yeah, we
in my
all
head.
go into it and we're comparing it to the cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
which... See, and I was thinking about this, because Disney is the only one who's really done Beauty and the Beast, and
Mm-hmm.
so that's the one we think about. Like Cinderella, we didn't go into it expecting the Disney Cinderella, because we all know the Cinderella story
Mm-hmm.
in so many different ways, because you've got like Ever After that was super, super popular,
Mm-hmm.
and different things like that, and so we just went into it looking for that Cinderella story, and it was 8 million times better, oh my dad's calling me,
Oh,
than the cartoon one anyway.
and here's the thing.
Hello?
The story of
That's
Cinderella is like way better than the story of
That's
Beauty
okay.
and the Beast. So
We'll see you soon.
a classic story like Cinderella
Okay.
can be interpreted
Bye.
many different ways, where Beauty and the Beast only really has the one interpretation that people find iconic.
That's true, because Cinderella it's I would go as far as to say it's like the most classic of the like princessy type fairy tales.
Right.
You know, it's definitely been the most popular as far as like creating it.
Yep.
Because I think we all grew up, we knew like Rapunzel was a fairy tale as well. And we got like Tangled and stuff, and that's kind of the only like Rapunzel-y story you ever get.
Yeah.
And I think that little girls fantasize about not being locked in a tower. So that's why Cinderella's popular, is because she becomes the princess, and that's great, and
Right.
it's so magical. Anyway, we're talking about Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
As you can tell, I'm obsessed with the live-action Cinderella. It's like my favorite movie. I thought, it was so stylized to be that French Rococo Baroque era. And it was beautiful colors and extravagant characters. And Belle.
Belle was just, maybe that's the feeling they were going for, though, is like, this girl is out of place. Because isn't that the whole
But
opening
shouldn't
song?
she be out of place in a good way? Not
Yeah.
in a boring way?
Yeah.
And not that her character was boring. Just visually, to me, I would rather look at everything else that was going on. Because, and maybe that's just me as a costumer, because everybody else, their clothes were more period, their hairstyles were more accurate, their clothes were very colorful. And so there was a lot happening behind her that I was more interested in.
True.
And that probably shouldn't have been the case. I should have wanted to watch Belle.
She was very simple in her costume design.
And I know that they talked a lot about, like, Emma Watson wanted to, like, feminize and be like, Belle's a mover and she does things and that's great and fine and dandy. But at the same time, oh my gosh, hi, 18th century France, and she's showing off her bloomers to the whole world. Like,
They wouldn't have done that.
that's a very, for lack of a better term, slutty thing to do. Back then, you don't just, like,
Her undergarments. You can see them.
like,
Oh, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's flashing them to everyone. She's
Yeah.
got her dress pulled up into her belt. But then, here are my two questions. Number one, for those of you who haven't seen it, this will make no sense to you, but for those of you who have, how did she get that dress off while she was riding a horse?
Disney magic.
Because you see her ride in the dress, and the next thing you know, she's throwing it on the ground. And I'm like, how did you just get that thing off of you? So that dress clearly was not period appropriate, because you shouldn't have been able to get that off you yourself. Second, she then takes the dress off, and the garments that she has underneath are literally the same style, the same tie corseted top, the same, like, the sleeves were shorter, but, like, the blouse underneath, the, like, corset style, because we know it wasn't a corset, because Emma Watson wouldn't wear a corset, but that, like, corset style with the tie straps over the top, and that skirt that she, like, hooks up into some sort of waistband, and those are supposed to be the undergarments from the yellow dress. They are literally the exact same style as her everyday clothing. So, like, are her clothes just underwear? Like, I was concerned and confused about that. Also, she left the castle in her nice ball shoes, and by the time she got back in her underwear, she was wearing her boots. When did that happen? That was 3 questions.
That's 3
Those are
questions.
my 3 questions.
This is the mind of a costume major in a movie like that. So, now you know. Now you know the experience that we go through.
I'm still just really confused and concerned about the whole her underwear looks like her clothes thing.
I can't answer those questions. Okay, final thoughts. I enjoyed it as its own entity, but I like the cartoon better. Absolutely. If I had to compare the two.
I like the story of this one better, though. I feel like they told the story better, and I was more okay with the story.
True.
Because watching the cartoon, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like,
They answered a lot of unanswered questions.
things are happening. First of all, I feel like, I've always kind of felt this way. Like, in the Beauty and the Beast cartoon, we watch it, like, go through, like, 4 seasons. Right? Like, she's there for a long time. But then back in the village, it's like only 3 days have passed. It's very confusing.
True.
And they answered, like, the most pressing questions of my entire life from Beauty and the Beast were answered.
Why is it winter?
With, like, 1 sentence.
No, yeah.
Like, she made everyone forget. Oh! Well, that just answered everything I've ever wondered.
the Enchantress.
Like, the most simple things in the world, and they fixed them.
Because
Bless you, Disney.
in this town, there is this abandoned castle that a prince and royalty used to live in, and then all of a sudden he gets turned into a beast and no one knows about it.
And all of their subjects are just like, oh, we don't have a prince. What?
Yeah, they answered that question.
But also, I was pondering this. Question number 4. In the new movie, they went to Paris, which is like a real place. And they were talking about Paris. But he is not the Prince of France.
He's just a prince of his own thing.
So, are they still in France?
Yeah,
Or are they in some magical, mystical place where he is prince? But
Maybe it takes place in Liechtenstein.
well, I'm wondering if maybe it doesn't take place in France because he's not the Prince of France. Maybe he is and they just didn't tell us that. But how did all of France just suddenly like, we have no monarchy? The whole world would have to forget that there was no monarchy in France, you know? It's just still kind of weird. But that's just like weird story plot holes, so. Overall, it's a good movie.
Great.
I just get confused by weird little things and then I fixate on them. It's fine.
So, yes, good movie. Cinderella will always be the favorite,
Cinderella's the best. It's perfection.
though. I'm excited to see what they do with the future live-action adaptations.
We've heard that there's Mulan coming,
Mm-hmm.
Lion King,
Mm-hmm.
live action.
I mean, it will be like Jungle Book, where they say
CGI.
live action, but the whole thing's
Literally
computer
just
animated.
CGI.
Which is fine.
I
Which is fine.
feel
Jungle
like-
Book was good.
There has been talk of Little Mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Also, Dumbo.
Another live action. So
Tim Burton's doing that one, though. So, it's going to be strange.
it's gonna be weird.
All right.
I will be Ariel.
My arm is going to fall off. We got to hurry.
Oh.
Oh. Just kidding. I did that on purpose.
Oh,
Something's different here.
look at what you did, babe.
Well, it was mostly your father.
Well,
I just helped him. Because that's what I do.
it's a good start.
Wow, look at everything has been moved.
Well, all the
that
big
needed
stuff.
to be.
Yeah, I'll get this little stuff later.
Yeah.
But then we can start really getting to work here.
Yeah, this is great. Cribs are ready to be painted. Hopefully our paint should come tomorrow. So
Just sand them a little bit.
we got some organization going on here that needs to be done. Like, where is all this going? Just up there. No one really knows. I can move that box into the office.
Well, and things can go on the floor in the closet
Yeah.
until we get the shelf that we want to put in there.
Yeah. We got another thing of wipes from my sister today. Thank you, Whitney.
Thanks, Whitney.
Here they are. And we moved everything
See
into
this shelf?
the office.
I want to put that
The white one? Up there?
probably above where the crib will be.
Okay.
I can't decide if I want it like above the crib or like centered in the room, in the middle of the wall.
I would definitely put the cribs up first and then decide.
But I want to decorate.
Oh, I see. Around the river bend. Here we are into our little office space and sewing space.
We now share. Okay.
Look at all of these pictures. So I made this little board for my student teaching. I'm from Tremont in Utah. This was my high school. Look at me with this pig. Yes.
Grand
Look at-
champion.
That was Tina, the grand champion. She won me $2,000. Look at my baby face. That was cute. These are all of the things that I've done and that I love. Disneyland. Obviously. My wife. Obviously. And then these are all like the theater things that I went to. Snow College, Utah Valley University, Mousetrap, Seussical, West Side Story. And what I did is I walked around the classroom as like a getting to know you game. I was like, you have as long as I have this poster in front of your face to try and memorize as many things as you can about me. And then they had to write it down after I said go. And it was fun for them. So that's a little game that you can play if you're doing getting to know you games. So there's that. Let's put that puzzle on the wall because I don't have a frame yet. Oh man.
It's going to get such a big frame because it can't just like go in a normal frame. It has to be like matted
True.
because it's got those weird edges.
True. Okay. It's bedtime. So we're gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming with us on our adventure. We love having adventures. We love having you guys watch us. Don't forget to check out our P.O. Box. Check out that address if you have something to send to us. Send it to us and we will open it. Our plan is to check our P.O. Box every Saturday and then do like a mail opening thing that day.
Maybe we'll do it on Sundays because Sundays are always boring.
Yeah, Sundays are always boring. So we'll open our mail on Sundays, whatever you send us. Other than that, we hope you had a great day. Like the video, give us a thumbs up, share it if you're so inclined, and subscribe to us if you haven't already. As always, have courage.
And be kind.
And we will see you tomorrow.